Hey everyone, and welcome to this special Learning Summit episode. I'm your host Alex, and today we're talking about something a little bit different, but incredibly powerful for team building, learning, and communication. We're diving into podcast clubs at work, why you should start one, how to get your team involved, and the big benefits. I'm joined today by Sean Gilligan, founder of Webanywhere and the creator of SoundBranch. Sean, great to have you.
Hi Alex, thanks for having me. Excited to be here and talk about something that's really close to my heart, podcasting and workplace culture.
Let's kick things off with the why. Why should companies even think about creating a podcast club?
Well, podcasts are one of the most accessible forms of communication and learning. A podcast club at work brings multiple benefits. It gives employees a voice. It builds confidence in public speaking. It strengthens interpersonal communication. And it fosters a deeper connection across departments, especially in hybrid or remote work setups. Think of it like a book club, but instead of reading and discussing, you're creating and sharing. It becomes a living archive of company culture, knowledge, and ideas.
That's such a powerful way to democratize communication. Plus, you don't need professional studio equipment to get started.
Exactly, that's the beauty of it. It's low barrier to entry and anyone can take part. From interns to the CEO, everyone has a story, an insight, or an idea worth sharing.
All right, let's talk getting started. How do you launch a podcast club at work? And how do you get people to actually join?
Start small. Maybe it's a shout out in your all hands meeting or a quick internal email. Hey, we're starting a podcast club. Who's in? You'll be surprised. Some people are natural storytellers or curious minds looking for creative outlets. Others may be shy at first, but once they listen to a few episodes, they'll want to contribute. Create themes, lunch and learn sessions, day in the life spotlights, lessons from failure. These give people prompts and make it easier to get started. And don't forget, give recognition. Highlight podcast contributors in newsletters or during team meetings. That visibility goes a long way.
So now let's talk tools. You're the founder of SoundBranch. How does it support companies that want to do this?
SoundBranch makes podcasting simple. You don't need editing skills or fancy gear. You just press record, speak your thoughts, and publish your voice notes. Think of it like a voice-based social network. People can reply to episodes, react with emojis, or share short-form audio stories. You can build internal communities, break silos, and create knowledge hubs. It's like Slack or Teams, but instead of text, it's audio conversations. And the bonus, everything gets automatically transcribed. So you're building both a podcast and a knowledge base at the same time.
So it's not just about broadcasting, it's two-way. Conversation, community, and culture.
Exactly. It's podcasting with participation built in.
Can you give us a few examples of how companies are actually using this?
Sure. One client uses Podcast Club to onboard new hires. Employees record voice notes introducing themselves, and new joiners listen to episodes to get a feel for the culture. Another uses it for learning and development. Staff share 1-minute audio lessons or reflections after attending a course. And in remote teams, it's become a great way to replace those watercooler chats that people miss.
So for anyone listening, what's the first step they should take?
Visit the SoundBranch website, soundbrand.ch. You'll find more about SoundBranch, podcasting for work, and how to create your own podcast club. You don't need to wait for permission. Just start, build momentum, let people's voices be heard. And remember, when you give people a platform to speak, amazing things happen.
That's a wrap for today's Learning Summit special. Big thanks to Sean Gilligan for joining us, and to all of you tuning in. Start your podcast club, share your voice, and let's build better workplaces, one conversation at a time.